Hey everybody, this is Jeremy with Simple Little Life, and welcome to installment number 14 of Viewers Knives. These are all knives made by you guys, the wonderful and talented viewers of this channel. Some great looking blades. Let's get started. The very first knife we're going to look at is sent to me from a 15-year-old knife maker from Germany, Louis, and this is the very first Kirdashi he's ever made, and he says here he made it for a girl that he really likes. So Louis, great looking blade here. I'm sure she appreciated it, and thank you for sharing this with us. Alright, next we're going to go to Mark, and he has been a subscriber of the channel since 25,000 subscribers, so Mark, thank you so much for your continued support. You know what, he decided that one day, instead of just sitting around, he was going to go ahead and grab a rasp and a grinder and made this his very first knife. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. He made it as a camp knife and with a bit of a drop point design there. Really great looking blade, and Mark, good for you for just going ahead and instead of sitting around like you see in your email, you decided to make something. Very nicely done. Keep up your great work. Alright, Jonas sends in pictures of a couple knives that he's made. I really like this first little one, a nice little necker type design, really small little blade. And then this next one, we've got some really cool progress shots here. Looks like a tanto of sorts, a really good looking knife there, and this guard that you put on there, really fantastic. What a great looking blade. Jonas, thank you so much for sharing these. Next up, Alexandru. All we have is two pictures. There's no real description, no comments, no anything, but rather just two pictures of this knife. But you know what? Really great looking knife. He does say in the subject matter that this is the first knife he's made. I think this is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing this with us, and keep up the great work. Next, we're going to go to Abe's, and he's from Tunisia in North Africa. This is the very first knife he's ever made. He made it from 1/8 inch 01 tool steel, gray elm for the handle, brass pins, and a lanyard hole. He says it's a little bit beefy, but it came out just the way he wanted it to, and he wanted to do minimal work and still get it finished. So you know what? This is a great looking blade, Abes. Thank you for sending this, and thank you for the kind words on the channel. Next, we're going to go to Serbia, and Dan is a 21-year-old knife maker. He loves making knives, but he says he just doesn't have enough time to do it as much as he'd like to because of his university obligations. But Dan, these are great looking blades. You know what? Way to squeeze these knives in there where you can and pursue these other passions that you have. These looks absolutely fantastic. Much luck in your university as well as your future knife making. Thank you for sharing these with us. Alright, Kyle sent pictures of this knife here. Unfortunately, there's absolutely no information on it whatsoever. Let's take a quick guess. Looks like he ground it out on a 1x30 belt grinder of some sort. Looks like some type of a canvas and a canvas micarta. And then the steel, I mean, it's anybody's guess what that could be. I'm going to guess 01 tool steel. And for the pins, not sure about that either. But Kyle, great looking knife. Thank you for sharing it with us. Jacob is a 16-year-old knife maker from Germany, and this is the third knife that he's ever made. The steel he used is 1080 and he used plumwood for the handle. I think this is a great looking blade. The fit and finish are absolutely phenomenal. Even those mosaic pins he made himself. What a great looking knife. Jacob says he's learned everything about knife making from YouTube videos such as ones I have on my channel as well as other channels, and this is actually the very first knife he's ever sold. He hopes it will not be the last. Jacob, I'm certain it will not. This is a great looking blade. Keep up this fantastic work. The fit and finish just look absolutely amazing, as well as the shape. That's a beautiful knife. So Jacob, thank you so much for sharing this. To Clearwater, Florida we go, and Nick is showing us some pictures of some of these knives that he's made. What great looking knives. He says he's learned a lot from watching this YouTube channel as well as other YouTube channels, and thank you for that. That's one of the best parts about having a YouTube channel, is finding out that somehow, some way what you're doing and sharing is helping other people. Nick, these are great looking blades. I really like your aesthetic, and thank you so much for sharing these. We're going to go to a 15-year-old from the Netherlands, Florist Postmus, and he actually has a YouTube channel as well. I'll link that below. I've checked out some of his videos. They're pretty good. You should check them out. And what an incredible thing. It looks like him and his friends are all getting together and forging and blacksmithing, and I also watch some of the stuff they do on Instagram, and it is really, really cool to see. So these are some of the knives that he has made. Absolutely fantastic looking. He even made his own Damascus for some of these, and wow, just fantastic work. So Flores, thank you for sharing these with us. Thank you for sharing your work on YouTube, Instagram, and man, this is cool. Keep having fun. Alright guys, well that's going to wrap it up for the edition of Viewer Knives. Thank you to everybody for sending your knives in. If you'd like to have your knife featured on this channel, just email me, jeremy@homesteadknives.com, and we will get it featured. I've got a lot of knives to feature. We're going to keep on doing these Viewer Knives videos. It's really neat to see what you guys are doing, and it's very inspirational as well. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Show your support for all these wonderful makers that are doing all sorts of things, and we all share the same interest in knife making. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing so. It is mostly a knife making channel, but I also do a couple other things as well. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Cheers.